Hey, it's Dakota Dunbar, and I'm here to talk to you about your September 2022 Charleston Market Report update. So, we can't talk about the market without talking about interest rates. In the past week, we've seen them in the high sixes, even 7% for the average. And, as you know, they go up and down day by day, minute by minute. They're always changing, but that's, about the average of what they've been. So, obviously this is causing some fear and uncertainty in the market. And what we've seen is some people who don't need to buy right now have decided to kind of sit out and wait and see what happens. And then, the other side of that is the people that do have to buy right now or do really want to buy. Some of those people have had to adjust their budget. So, say their budget was 550 before when interest rates were 3%. Now their budget might be 450, just so they can keep their monthly payment in that same range. So I wanted to dive into some numbers here. So what I have here is the back end of the MLS. So we're looking at from 2019 to now, what's going on now. So that's entire MLS. Let's look up Charleston County. All right. So this is the numbers for Charleston County. So we're looking at new listings here. So last month, September 2022, we had 735 new listings hit the market. As you'll see, this is cyclical and seasonal. So we get a peak of listings around spring, summer, and then they taper off as we get into fall and winter time. This is just something that happens every year. So taking a look at month supply. So right now we are at 1.6 month supply of real estate. Comparing that to before the pandemic, so going back to 2019, we were in the about 4 to 5 months of inventory range. They say that 5 to 6 months of inventory is a more balanced market. And as the months of inventory, number of houses decreases, we get into more of a seller's market, which is, of course, what we've been experiencing the past couple years. So, obviously from when the pandemic started, we've just been tapering off since then with a little bump last summer, and then again this summer. It's been going up. Let's take a look at sales price. So average sales price for Charleston County right now, $695. We have been headed down since June. June we were at $764 and reached a peak $784 in April of this year. If you look back to 2019 before the pandemic, it was more of a modest acceleration in the 4% range, and then once the pandemic started right here, we were really accelerating. We started to see interest rates rise into the 5% range around March or April, and then we've seen them go down a little bit since then. So we're interested to continue to see what happens. Nobody really knows exactly what's going to happen, but we do know that interest rates are affecting, buyer activity right now. So let's look at days on market. So days on market right now is 23 days, up about 5 days from August 18. We, bottomed out, looking at this chart at 11 days in July. Homes were going under contract in 11 days. And, comparing this to pre-pandemic 2019, we were in the 50-60 day range, which was the average for a house to sit on the market before it went under contract. Then lastly, let's look at percent of original asking price received. So right now we are at 96.4%. We've been heading down since May. April, May, we were at a peak at 101.4%. So, many buyers were having to offer over asking price to, win the bid. this is where we are now is, about where we were before the pandemic, 94-95% range. As always, and right now especially, it's very important for sellers to price their home correctly so it does not sit on the market too long, and give a buyer more power to negotiate the price down. Um, as I said, we're just continuing to watch the numbers, see what's happening. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen with interest rates or buyer activity, but we are watching, and I'm happy to discuss. If right now is a good time for you to buy. Everybody's situation is unique, so just as depending on your situation, it may or may not be a good time, but I'm happy to figure that out with you. All right. Okay. Thanks.